Hey guys, welcome to the first financial episode of Pandemic Survival Guide. I believe that since we're in a pandemic, everybody should not that I believe. I have noticed, we have all watched people lose money, lose their jobs, lose all of this stuff. And I know even before the pandemic, everybody I knew was kind of like, I wish someone had taught me finance. I wish someone had taught me how to balance a checkbook, which nobody uses a checkbook anymore. It's basically looking at your income statement or looking at your bank statement, depending on what you have, business, personal. But it's just kind of all over the place. And so I decided that since we were going through a pandemic, we should probably have somebody teach us finances. And I decided to be that person. I don't know. Anyways, so I have a finance background. I sat in business classes for about 4.5 years, and then I became an accountant. So I just lived the finance life. So the first thing I really wanted to talk about, and today the episode is just me all by myself. My dog's here, but he'll probably sleep through it. So if you hear snoring in the background, he got bored. And so I decided, let's do its own little bi-weekly thing so that we can get in depth. We can actually learn. You grow as I grow type of situation. I have some things. You guys can definitely have to reach out and tell me what you really want to learn. So the last Wednesday of January, we had like the funniest shit ever happened. Okay, no, I'm starting over. So the last week of January, all financial hell broke loose, basically, is what I can say. It was just kind of fun to watch, honestly, because when it comes to anything, you have all types of possibilities. That was an easy possibility that you could see happen, and it happened. It happened, and it went exactly how you knew it was going to happen, so people got upset. So what I'm talking about is the Redditors basically won a finance game. Honestly, is the easiest way I can put it. So you have your hedge funders and you have your Reddit people. Hedge funders, they were deciding to short sell. Let me double check before I say anything. Yes, I'm going to use the analogy of sports because I also have a sports management degree. So if I can use any type of example, I'll probably end up going back to sports just to maybe help everybody out. So envision a game in your mind. This is a game, football, basketball, whatever you want to play. Just envision that shit. Tag, honestly. Make this tag. This is how hilarious this is. I don't know. I'm starting to rant. I geek out on finances. Anyways, geeked. I'm definitely taking that part out. Where is it? Short selling. That's what it is. Okay, so you have your hedge funders and you have your Redditors playing a game of tag. That's how I'm going to make this example go. And so, is it tag? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So you have your hedge funders and you have your Redditors. And the hedge funders were short selling a stock. The stock was GameStop. And, why? It's hilarious because, it was kind of like Revenge of the Nerds or something like that, if you would even call it that. Because it's like, why would everybody has their issues with GameStop? You take all your stuff in there and you're not making no money. Pause. Okay, so you have your hedge funders and you have your Redditors. And Redditors, I don't know. You have your hedge funders, you have team hedge fund, and you have team Reddit trading. Cool motherfuckers. Basically a Revenge of the Nerds situation, if you think about it, which was awesome. So you have your hedge funders, team hedge fund, and you have your team Reddit. And the hedge fund team was short selling a stock. The stock was GameStop, and they decided, my whole brain has just stopped. Okay, so hedge funders, team hedge fund, you have hedge fund and you have Reddit. The hedge funders were short selling the stock, and of the GameStop stock, and the Redditors were just kind of like doing their thing. They'd been talking, and they were like, what if we did this? What if we did that? And someone was like, let's act on that shit. So they acted on it, basically. And it was kind of like gambling. There's a high probability of this, there's a high probability of that. If you don't know your opponent's move, or if you're not even thinking about these opponents, and they come out of nowhere, they're going to steal the game. And that's basically what happened. They were not thinking about these people. They just were like, we got our money, we're going to do whatever we want. Don't mess with people in a pandemic. How have we not learned this yet, y'all? Don't mess with people. So they decided they wanted to play the game. They played their game very well, and they won. They got their money, which was cool. I loved it. This is probably the best thing I've ever watched. The most interesting thing that has, honestly, I find this the most interesting thing that has happened during this whole pandemic. I love it. So now the biggest issue is the fact that the hedge funders cried about it, got upset about what happened, but they know that this is a possibility, so it's a fair play. And since they got mad and cried about it, everybody shut everything down. I know Robinhood was down. I know Stash was down. There's probably a whole bunch more that were down. And their excuse was the trading company or the holding company, whoever, was not allowing us to do this. Whatever. That was some bullshit. You should have just let it play out. But that's what happened. I truly hope that nobody's bailed out. They let the play. You got to stop the stock market for a day or stop some exchanges and stuff for a day or so. You probably still have some stuff stopped, which is trash. It's a fair play. You should let everybody play. Things happen. If you're not watching all your opponents, you get got, and you got got. So let it be. I loved it. I know a whole bunch of people loved it. You guys are awesome. Whoever did this, it's cool shit ever. Thanks for throwing some excitement out there. Let's do some shit again. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, so that was the news story of the week, and that was the fun, awesome. Let's get pumped up. Let's get excited. So now we have to go over what every single person has ever asked of me to do for them, and that's to create a budget. Creating a budget is complicated for everybody, but I would say it is more complicated with people of lower income, because until you get to a certain salary or income, you cannot truly create a budget. You can create a mindset of a budget, but you will truly realize there is not enough money to do anything. So we're going to go over a budget for someone who is making $12.80, because that is the average in Louisville, Kentucky, and I wanted to do it where I am so that it's local, people know, and it's probably more likely that people who are watching this now have this income, and we can go over that, so you don't even have to write anything down. You can just watch it and get some information from that, or if you want to write it down, you can, obviously, or just watch this over and over again, who knows. But give me about 5 seconds and we're gonna start. Okay, so we are gonna go over, or we're not gonna go over, I'm gonna create a budget for someone who is working 40 hours a week. They get bi-weekly pay, and they are paid $12.80 an hour, which is the average in Louisville, Kentucky. So just a reminder, we have $12.80 an hour. That means that they make $26,624 a year. Dang, I just forgot. Let me double check that. I'm tripping now. It is great to use your calculator. Times 3, yeah, times 52. Yes, okay. Boom. Yes, that was correct. I tripped. Okay. So you're being paid bi-weekly, so that means every paycheck you should see $1,024. And this is per pay period. And you'll be paid about 28 times a year or something like that. 29 something. Okay. So the first thing you have to do, so this is your gross pay. Now you have to figure out your net pay. And your net is, you have to take out your taxes. You have to take out any 401k if you're doing that, insurance. I think that's generally it, honestly. Maybe if there's something else that your company has for you. So we are going to figure out your taxes. And I went on the internet because from what the payroll taxes I've done and from the payroll taxes that I look at, sometimes it always looks a little different. So I just went to Google to pull this up, but you should always be able to see you should look at your paycheck and you should always be able to see your taxes and what's taken out. To double check that, Google, or just talk to HR if you have a great HR team. Talk to them and see if they can explain it to you. They should 100% be able to explain your taxes to you. So you should, when you have your pay stub, and in Kentucky, it is a law that everyone receives a paycheck. Either if you cannot receive it electronically, you have to get it in the mail, or the company has to be able to provide it to you in some way, shape, or form. More than likely, they are mailing it out to you. So that is a law. Get your pay stubs, paycheck, whatever. So once you're looking at that, you should be able to check your taxes, and you'll have federal, which would be, once I Googled the the taxes. I Googled the taxes to double check my work, and there is, okay, shit. Okay, so this is your gross pay. The next thing that you should have to do when creating a budget is you have to figure out your net pay. Your net pay will be your taxes, your health insurance, retirement, any type of plan that your company has set up to take out your money, any of those things. So the first thing I'm going to go over is taxes. Not really, but to a point, just in general, to point those out. So you'll have your federal, your state, you have local, and Louisville, especially Jefferson County, right, it is Jefferson County, you have local taxes, and it sucks. Local, but it does help whichever community that you are in. I wish that was truly true, but it happens. So local taxes kind of suck, but they're awesome at the same time because they do help out. Local, you have your Social Security and your Med. For the $12.80, I put all that into the payroll calculator that I Googled, and it spat out all of this information. So for federal, you are at 9.55%. State taxes is 4.35. Local is 3.11. Social Security is 6.2, and this is split between you and your employer, and so is Medicare. And this one is 1.45. So, the amount that would be taken out is $97.79. I can do that. $44.59. You have $31.85. $63.49 and $14.85. So this has already gotten really expensive, and you haven't even gotten your money yet. So your total is $252 and 57 cents. So that is how much is being taken out of your paycheck for your taxes, which is a terrible amount, but this happens every pay period. That's what you're paying in. So at the end of the year, if you have overpaid, you will receive a tax refund. If you have underpaid, then you will have to pay. And I don't know all of the reasons, but generally if you're just working a job where you get W-2s, if you kind of job hop and your pay kind of increases and you're not paying attention to it, or you have entered wrong information into your W-4, you can end up paying more or paying less, or paying not enough, and owing or having to, or getting more back than normal, which is nice. So for insurance, these are assumptions. I just assumed in general. This is also a background, I should have said this earlier, for a single person, no kids. They don't have to pay for anybody else's life but themselves, because in general, that's all I kind of know. I don't have kids, and my friends don't have kids, so this is what I know, and these are the assumptions that I have seen. I do know that insurance for like a family of 4 is like $800 million. That's what it looks like. I know it's not truly that much, but I know that's what it feels like. So I can't give you those numbers because I can't assume those, because I would probably over-assume to a point, and I don't want to give you those numbers. But if you are having any issues and you don't know how to figure that out, or you can't look something up, send me a message and I will try and figure that out for you. So, insurance with assumptions, INS. I said health. We're going to use that H for that. Is $75 per pay period. Dental, which usually dental and vision are like $1 or something. I said is 75 cents, and vision is 60 cents. So that is a total of $76.35. So this is how much. This is your gross, and we are going to subtract out $252.57, and we're also going to subtract out $76. I need to just write this better. $76, God, and 35 cents. Don't judge my handwriting. I type a lot. So I need more space. And I assumed as well, because when I first got into my career, they really pushed 401k on me. I don't like it. We can go over that in a different episode about my issues with 401k. Not even issues, but we can just go over that in a different episode. 401k, we can go over that for sure. So I was like, let's put in some retirement. The company matched 100% at 3%, or 3%. Yeah, they matched you 3% if you put in 3%. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that one day. In my head, they gave 100% match at 3%, as long as you have in 3%. Gosh, 401k. So you're putting in 3% of your gross of $1,024, which is $30. $30.72. We are not going to put any money into a HSA or FSA. One, I don't like FSAs, and we can go over that as well in another episode. But I have not seen many health savings accounts recently with most employers, so I think people are trying to get away from that. It's extremely realistic if you are prone to getting sick or prone to breaking bones or something like that, or you just want to be like, I'm going to save up some money so I can get contacts, then definitely use one of those. I used to love it, but I don't see them anymore, so I don't have them. So that is all that your employer is going to take out. So we'll just put a little subtract 72. And so once they take out all of that money, your net pay is $664.36. And now we get to pay bills. Yay! And this is one of the reasons why I say budgeting isn't realistic when you are under a certain income, because every month you have $1,300 or $1,328.72 to pay bills. So in this scenario, you are a single person who does not have to pay for anybody but yourself, and you live with one roommate, and it's fun. You guys don't bicker. You guys get along very well. They're not creepy or weird, and they don't do strange things. It's like a great dynamic. So that's the best part about it. So let me throw the net up here so we know what we're looking at. And this, we're going to do, I'm going to show you monthly and bi-weekly. Okay, so I have set this up to where we're going to show bi-weekly expenses and your monthly total. Have your net, your rent, your electricity, water, trash, phone, streaming services, internet, car payment, and car insurance. On there as well. Is that too bright? Okay. So I have your, no. Okay, so I have net, the rent, electricity, water, trash, phone, streaming, insurance, car payment, and car insurance. And we're going to show it bi-weekly and monthly. So, like I said earlier, your net bi-weekly is $664.36. And your monthly net is $1,328.72. Your rent is $1,200 a month. And it is split between you and your co-roommate. So you actually only are paying monthly $600 because we are splitting everything evenly. And bi-weekly, you have to set aside $300. For your electricity, it is $150 for your portion of it. And so total $300 a month. So you have monthly, you have to set aside $75, and bi-weekly, we're going to round up to $38. Water, your portion is $200 a month, or every other month, because here it's every other month. So 1 month in total, you only have to save $100, or set aside, allocate, whichever word you want to use, 100, and bi-weekly, it'll be 50. Trash is $60. Your portion is 60. Actually, your portion would be $30. Because it's 60 in total. Every 3 months. So 30 divided by 3 is $10. So every month you're setting aside $10. Wow, I really just had to do that. And bi-monthly it's $5. Your phone is all by yourself. You do not have anybody else on your plan, but you wilded out and you got everything you could think of because you just got to be on it. So it's $100. I don't know, that might be a deal or that might not be a deal. A month all to yourself. So you're setting aside $100 and bi-weekly $50. Streaming services. You are balling at some point. I don't know what you have, but you're spending $60 worth of it, so you must have Netflix, Hulu, no cable streaming services, but definitely have HBO Max. That's probably all you need. So you're good. You're set. You got the good stuff. You be inviting people over. So monthly. Is this? Yes, you and your roommate share it because this is a shared expense. Everybody has everybody's passwords, which is cool. So your portion is $30. Bi-weekly, set aside $15. Internet is $80. Split between the two of you. Bi-weekly, we're setting aside $20, and monthly $40. Your car payment and car insurance is on you as well. Your roommate has their own, and they don't want to share your car, and y'all don't care about it anyways. I have your car payment at $150 a month. $150. So bi-weekly we're doing $75. And then car insurance, you have some cool car insurance people, and it's only $20 a month. So $10 should be set aside. Your total, after you subtract out each expense that you have, the amount of money you have left over is $101.36. Because everything was no extra dollars, or $202.72 a month. We still have to eat. So we go to the grocery store. We buy everything that's about to expire. We are not allowed to eat fast food. And you spend $90 every other week. And monthly, that's going to be $180. You see the bottom? Man. Okay, so you have left $103 bi-weekly, $202.72. So, food, we're going to take out $90 or $180 a month. You are left with $11.36 every other week, or $22. I love my 72 cents. 22, 72. You have not been able to buy clothes this month. You don't have gas in your car yet. So this is why I believe budgeting at under $50,000 is almost next to impossible. There's no wiggle room for any types of mistakes, and you've been wearing the same clothes for the past 5 years. And if you do have a mistake, well, you can't have a mistake because you have to go get gas for your car. So, The there you have two options. You can cut some expenses, which you could cut your car payment, car insurance. You could sell that, get a Target Pass, or find some way to get some Uber credits, and then you're saving yourself $170 there. You could find a place with cheaper rent if possible. Try not to use a lot of water, all types of stuff. But it gets a little hard after this. So my advice to people who are making less than $50,000 a year is to understand your paycheck and understand your expenses, to where you know exactly what you're spending. You know that if you do have an emergency, you do have this wiggle room over here. Or another way to get out of this is to increase your pay. I truly believe, I read an article a while back and I truly believed it, that you miss out on almost all of your raises by staying with one company. These companies are going to pay you what they want to pay you, not what you are worth. They want to pay you what you're going to pay. They want to pay you. So company hop, go get a new job. Every 2-3 years, every year, go get a new job. Learn what you need to learn. If you are a quick learner, fast learner, you understand things, use that company to get additional education, and then go to another one. Most companies, I've noticed, if you change jobs, you're going to get anywhere from a $5,000 to $10,000 increase a year. So, at least in my field. But it can go. So that's my advice. Just honestly, learn what you have to learn from one company. Take that information elsewhere. Keep going. Because people are only going to pay you so much. You might not get their promotions. You might be on track to getting or to being promoted. When somebody leaves, that person leaves and they bring in somebody else. Like, you're not guaranteed anything. So, do what makes your pockets happy. So, we made our budget. It was not fun. There's only so much you can do with so much money that you have. And you can't take off the taxes right now, so you're stuck with that portion of it. You can also reduce your 401k, or as what I like to do is, while you company hop, 401k hop. So get that 401k account, put your money into it, let that company match whatever they're going to throw into it, and your interest or whatever is basically what the company's paying you. And then once you leave that job, take that money out of the company's bank account into your own, because you have to do that anyways, because it's your money, and put in like Fidelity, Robinhood, whoever's not being trash and stopping investments and trades, and do it yourself. I've made more money doing it myself than allowing my company to do it. Usually they put it in some crappy stocks and you don't make any money off of it. It might increase $30 over a year or something like that. That's what I've had happen to me. So take control of your own. Just you have to make yourself money. No one's going to give it to you. And we all know that. But companies aren't going to believe that you're worth what you are telling them that you're worth, no matter what. You can throw it in their face. You can walk out and leave them. They'll replace you in a heartbeat. Know that you're replaceable, and let them know that they are replaceable. Because that's how it goes. Like, do not allow these people, especially if they're only paying you $12.80 an hour, to run your life. Don't let them do that. They're not paying you enough. So, go out there and get what you want. Don't do it in a crazy way. Don't tell nobody I said go out there and hurt people for money. I ain't say that. I'm just saying, do it how it does, and all that fun stuff. But So we've created this budget, and if you want to try and work with your budget, if you are under the $50,000 threshold, that's cool. More power to you. It's going to get hard and you might walk away from it for a while, but with the understanding of your paycheck and understanding of your expenses that you have, once you go to truly understand what you're paying for, you'll start to learn more off of that, and you'll find ways to be able to save money. And we're going to go over paying bills, honestly, in the next episode, and it's going to really help out when it comes to the breakdown of things, of not paying for your rent in one paycheck. You should split that up. You get 2 paychecks a month, 2 to 3, you should split it between. So that way, if rent is $1,300, you're not broke for 3 weeks out of the month. You have a little bit of cushion to help you out. That is it. I hope you enjoyed the budget as much as I did, or anything like that. If you have any questions, you couldn't see the board and you couldn't hear me very well, let me know. I am working on a $0 budget, so I can get it in where I get it in it. And I will definitely be working on lighting and stuff like that. This is Megan. You can find me at, I can never remember any of my handles. Twitter, maybe it's me, and me, the E is a 3. You can find me on my other Twitter at LightSkinMeg. My Instagram is Megan_Dion, Dion _. If you like video games, my nephew is starting his own YouTube channel, and he's playing mostly PlayStation 5 games, so it is Gaming with Gabriel. He has mostly been playing Miles Morales Spider-Man, so check those out. And we're going to actually upload another video of me and him. He's trying to teach me how to play video games, because I haven't played them in about 10, 15 years. It's okay. So I'm all over the place. And you can catch this podcast, honestly, anywhere they are podcasting, but the stuff will be on my YouTube channel, and someday I'll get it on my Twitch. You guys have a great afternoon, great night. I hope you enjoyed it. DM, comments, reviews, I need it all. And definitely let me know what you want to learn about finances, or anything you have questions over. I definitely plan on doing taxes one day, paying bills, going grocery shopping. I know that is definitely something that people have talked about, and it does seep into your finances of how you grocery shop and how you eat. Because you always can't eat like a king. I know you are a king, but you can't always eat like one if you don't really get paid like one. But I love you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, great night, great week, evening, whatever it is that you are doing. Bye.